In this video, we're going to be talking about the results screen for a scenario. Once a scenario has been run, we provide the results information for that scenario in its own tab. In the overview header, you can see that we were able to spend most of the $2.25 million that was budgeted, and we weren't able to spend some, as is illustrated here by the total surplus. For the scenario, which ran 5 years, we're going to achieve a total of 77 different activities with an average of 15 per year. The number of assets that were able to be affected through this scenario is 54, and that represents 70% of the total assets in this scenario. We have 77 assets in this scenario illustrated right here, but we were only able to affect 54 of them by the given budget. The next area talks about the amount of money we were able to spend each planned year. And then finally, over on the right, we tell you what the network OCI was to start the scenario and what it was at the end of the scenario, as well as what the gain was. Also, we tell you the scenario beginning OCI, ending OCI, and net OCI gain. We've covered the overview header details, and now we'll scroll down to the charts area for different activity, cost, and scenario comparisons, like activity cost per plan year, where you see activities sorted by the plan year and the total cost for those activities for that plan year. So you can see here, we spent this much on overlays in plan year 1 and this much on slurry seals. Next, I'll scroll down to the plan year section. This section gives you a breakout for each plan year, including the number of assets that were included in each year, the budget for each year, the total cost of the suggested activities for each year, the surplus, if there was one, the beginning estimated OCI for each year, as well as the ending estimated OCI for each year. The next section is activities, which has a detailed list of every suggested activity for this scenario. The sequence number is the actual order in which to perform the activities. We tell you the plan year here in this column, the asset ID, the activity for that asset, the cost of that activity, the budget category that activity cost comes out of, if the activity was added to a project, the name of the project, and the impact for the individual activity on that asset. The final section is projects. This is where you can see if projects have been converted to work. If the Run Scenario button is orange, that means an edit has been made to the scenario and needs to be run again.